Not Angel-6942 calling in. Not Angel-6942 calling in. Not Angel-6942 calling in. Shh. The date is, the date in human years. Oh my God. The date in human years is Friday, the 21st of December 2021. And I have been hiding from 6942 for the whole week. I mean, I don't know what to say to him. I have no idea what to say to him. I put my foot in it last week. I only know our side of the story. I have no idea what you lot are playing at. Look, I think the best thing is for me and you lot to talk to him together. But you need to play your part because otherwise it could just...
Doris! 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 Oh, there you are. I haven't seen you all week. Have you been hiding from me?
No. I've been looking for news reports to turn in this week. Tell him.
And has there been any news?
No, not really. Just the usual COVID-19 stuff. Oh, look, over there. Look. What do you mean it's too early and 6942 isn't safe yet? I mean, who is out to harm him? I mean, it's not us. I mean, we could have done it any time.
Well, I heard that there's been a vote in Parliament to pass Plan B, but many of the Tories are revolting.
People have been saying that for years.
Against Bojo, and that the vote was only passed by the help of Keir and his Labour Party. But many Tories are very, very angry about this and feel that the Plan B would actually do more damage than the Omicron variant would do itself.
Well, I mean, the return of restrictions certainly has escalated bad feeling and at one point violence. I mean, there was a train between York and Leeds, yeah, and on that train there was a bloke who was wearing a mask. And he got very aggravated at a group of people who weren't wearing masks, and he went and shouted at them, "Put your mask on!" At which point, the group that were not wearing a mask shouted back, "You're an embarrassment!" At which point, the bloke who was wearing the mask went, "Right, you've got one chance to walk away." And suddenly it all escalated into violence, and there was fights, and people were pulling each other off. No, I think they were pulling each other away. Because if they were pulling each other off, I mean, that would be a totally different story. Anyway, so people were like really frightened and women were screaming, "What about the children? What about the children?" And then people said they were really concerned and frightened and horrified at what was going on. So they did the only thing they could do in a scary emergency. They videoed it and put it on social media.
Well, it could have been worse. I mean, there's a place called Saxony, and that's in Germany. And Saxony has the lowest uptake of the anti-COVID vaccination in the whole of Germany. And police had to arrest a group of very extreme anti-vaccination people because they were plotting the assassination of their premier, Germany's premier, and a few key politicians. And in general, Saxony seemed to be very anti-vax until it became the place in Germany that was worst hit by the COVID virus.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the government and the press and media seem very scared of the new variant. But despite all their efforts, it looks like it's spread into the UK already. So the UK government has already closed all those quarantine hotels because, well, it's too late. It's got in, there's no point of quarantining, and they're going to refund all the people that paid to quarantine because they wasted their money, innit? So it's really good news for Karen and Karen. Oh, sorry, for Owen and Emily. You know that couple that were coming back from South Africa that decided to sue the government for breaches of human rights, or them. So it's good news for them. I mean, not so good news for the lawyer's bank balance, though.
Well, I find it difficult to understand why the humans in the UK have such a strong urge to travel abroad to other countries. Is it like the birds and the fishes that have to sort of go to a specific place to breed?
Yeah, it's called a dirty weekend away. Nah, look, it seems like the humans in the UK, probably especially, have been conditioned by like advertisement and lifestyle programs and like probably like social media influencers to feel that they cannot relax or unwind or even feel fulfilled as a human being unless they've travelled away for breaks and adventures in foreign countries, you know? I mean, I suppose there's also a massive, massive travel industry behind this, fueling it all. Though, at the moment, I mean, I would really, really hate to be an airline company in Malta.
Why?
Well, Malta has become the first EU country to legalise, in law, the actual cultivation and personal use of cannabis or marijuana. Yeah? So, I mean, I reckon the Maltese will eventually get so high they can fly off on holiday by themselves and not need planes.
So when are you going to tell me the truth about what you know?
Look, it's complicated.
Well, it can't be as complicated as this whole Lewis Hamilton thing. I mean, I still don't really understand all of it. I mean, it looks like there was this big race, and Lewis and Max were in it, and Lewis was out in front, and he was about to win. But then they brought out a virtual safety car, which stopped all the racing, and Max was able to change his tyres. But then Lewis had to stay out on the track and not change his tyres. And then they changed the virtual safety car to a real safety car. And then they bunched up all the cars behind Lewis so that all the advantage Lewis had was now lost. So everybody was much closer. And because Max had new tyres and Lewis didn't have new tyres, then Max overtook Lewis and won in the end. And everybody think it was unfair, and apparently it was breaking the rules, or apparently it wasn't breaking the rules. And then people appealing against things, and people are very upset. And the Queen got so upset about the whole thing that she got her son Charles to get Lewis into Buckingham Palace so he could behead him.
No. Charlie Boy was giving Lewis an honour, right? Yeah, a knighthood. Lewis Hamilton is now a Sir.
Oh, did he have a sex change?
No! Good grief. You know, I will tell you anything just to get you off this subject. Shut up! Look, you know, the one big advantage humans have over us angels and demons, yeah? I mean, they can create new life with a soul, whereas we can't. We can't do that. I mean, all we do is inherit humans that have passed over, and depending on the life they have lived, they come to either us or to you lot, you know? And us demons have always coped with that because, you know, we've either been fallen angels or uncoupled angels. You know, we made the choice. You didn't chuck us out. Fallen angels, as you would like to call it, fallen, or humans. Whereas you, well, your boss created you, or created all of us, but specifically you lot, they created you lot until you, 6942, when he ran out of stuff, he got really bored with you, and went to create the humans. And now he's left them alone. He's gone to sort of concentrate on the other side of the universe. You know, the ones with all the arms and the... Yeah.
Oh, you mean the ones with the... and the... Yeah. I've always wondered what they do with that.
Well, aside from that, do you remember 6942? You were always upset by this whole situation, yeah? I mean, you were so sad that you were the last of the first generation angels. And you were always out there sort of like researching and planning and experimenting, saying that what they needed was more real angels.
Well, that's because us real angels are always going to be much better than human angels. I mean, we always do the right thing because we must. We have no choice. Whereas human angels always had choices, and invariably they always make the wrong choice.
And one day, 6942, you lot came to us saying you had a plan to create new life, and that you needed our cooperation to make it work. Or in fact, you said, we need your help, you demonic, scum-sucking dirtbags. Took it as a compliment. Anyway, we were interested. We were interested because, like, so many of the woke have come down below to us. I mean, they're awful. I mean, they're so judgmental and mean-spirited and nitpicky. I mean, you know, they're saying that the heat of the furnaces are infringing on the demonic rights. Yeah, we were worried we were getting outnumbered, so we thought if we created new demons, you know, we might have a chance.
Yes. Yes, I said I'd come up with a solution.
Yeah, you're starting to remember this. So they sent me as your nearest brother to come and work with you.
Yes. Humans consist of good and evil. And if angels and demons could join together in a human host, we could infuse it with new life using the angel and demon's soul. And eventually, in the future, we could create from nothing brand new angels, superior angels, perfect angels, not polluted by human influence. I mean, then who would need the boss and JC who abandoned us? Hey, we would have perfect angels and we would show the humans what they would need to do. No, we would make the humans what they need to do the right thing. We would take their choice away from them and make this a perfect world!
Yeah. And so that we could create demons. I mean, that's what you proposed. So, one day you just turned up with this fully grown body of George Chan. So, I mean, I have no idea about the history and how this child suddenly became an adult.
Oh, who cares where that human body came from? He's just an insignificant human. And I have such plans. I just need... I just... What's happening to me? Doris, what's happening to me?
Well, to tell you the truth, you're seeming more and more like your old self.
I